George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people we feel good about. We got Tommi Billingsley. She is the founder of Fearless Queens. They are one of the recipients of the Central New York Community Foundation Black Equity and Excellence Fund grant. And so we're here to find out about Tommi and what she's up to. What is Fearless Queens? What they're trying to do in the community, how this came about, and find out how you're trying to change the world. Tommi, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me. I am extremely honored. I have listened to your show over the years, and now here it is. My time to be on here. So.
Yes. And who are we joined by as well?
The special guest tonight is Miss Yamani Rose.
Hi, Yamani.
This is Rosebud.
Yes.
Rosebud is always on the scene, so people who are familiar with Tommi and the Fearless Queens are pretty much familiar with Rosie.
Okay, Rosie's setting it off, making it happen. So tell me about what the Fearless Queens is.
So Fearless Queens is a women's empowerment company. We focus on specialize on personal and professional development. We've been doing this for now 6 years here in the community, Syracuse community. It came about from just really seeing a need of creating a sisterhood within the community of primarily Black and brown women that may not have a specific title or a degree to be connected to actually some of the sororities that we have around here. So it was more of, a community thing to bringing women together by hosting workshops and events within the community and getting us just to come out and learn from each other, teach each other, shine together, empower each other, and connect to the resources and the things that we have going on right here in our community.
So you said that this was about creating a space for women, and I would say you're probably saying community level, giving them an opportunity to connect and really realize their power, and may or may not be titled or degreed, but still have a lot to offer in the community. That's what I heard you say. Did you say that?
Yes, that's exactly what I said. Because I mean, for me, I seen the need, and I know that it was, extremely necessary. And, I would like to think that as the Fearless Queens, we really totally, when we first started off, we're representing for the overlooked. Mm-hmm. We're representing for women that you may not typically, hear about or know about, that is out here, mm-hmm. Grassroots, pounding the pavement, making a huge impact within her career, within her entrepreneurism journey, working inside the schools as school teachers, or really being, I like to say, some of my girlfriends know, a Susie homemaker, because that was once me, being home and taking care of the family. So, yeah, that's what we do. We out here, we connecting our sisters and sisterhood and just spreading love across the nation, okay?
Like inspiration for the nation, baby. What? You said Susie homemaker. That you know, a lot of people don't get that, but I know what you're talking about, because my sisters had the little Susie homemaker and the little light bulb that cooked the little pie or the cake. There was the cake you had to make. So what was going on in your life at the time you decided that this is something that I feel is needed?
Well, back in 2016, I had just, I had really just overcome a very traumatic time in my life. I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in end of 2014, beginning of 2015. So I was just at a place where I was pretty much always, my vision was to connecting with women, one woman at a time. Mm-hmm. And as I would be connecting with women in the community, it would be so many women that would be like, oh my God, Tommi, if you ever do an event, invite me, please. I would love to come. I would love to do something with you. And, once I was going through, my journey and my process of being, sick, battling cancer, I was just like, I had I had what I like to call my rebirth.
Yes.
And, I realized then that, you know, God was blessing me with my second chance and that I had to do more.
Yeah.
And how was I going to do that? What did that look like? And for me, it was, you know, I had to get over this thought of just connecting one at a time.
Right.
I needed to connect, you know, with groups of women, you know, with more women. And I needed to bring out more women so that other women in our community could know that there are many of us out here who are change agents, many of us who are doing the things that want to connect and assist and support, you know, because I would see and hear a lot women say, we don't have support out here. I don't have a support in the community. We don't have these resources. Nobody is looking to, you know, help you. Nobody want to see you doing better than them. And I'm one of those positive thinking people. I believe in the greater good. So I was like, that's not true. You know, it's not true. So let me show you, queens, how to tap in. You know, you're missing it. You're not tapping in to this community. You're not tapping in to your authentic tribe. You know, you're still knocking at, you know, doors that are not meant to be open for you. But over here is, you know, I guess you would say the promised land. Over here is where it's at.
But can we just back up for 1 second though, before we get to the empowering the women and all of that? How you said I had pancreatic cancer. Are you aware of the survival rate of that particular soft tissue cancer? Like,
Slim to none.
Slim to none. And you, what?
Survives. Champion.
Wow. Like, right. Like I had to just, I was like, wait, what? Nobody I know that has had that has survived. You're the first person I ever met ever that has survived that. Because every time go ahead. Wow.
It's been 5 years now. Going on 6 years. And it was extremely tough and it was scary. It was ugly and it was rewarding as well. Because it changed the entire trajectory of my life, right?
When you're facing what you don't know, right? Knowing what you know, right? What gave you the day to day to know, or the strength with what you know in terms of, because I'm sure they told you what the survival rate is and you have to live with that. And yet when you say reborn, I get it, because like I said, anybody I've heard that's had that, they tell you 3 to 6 months. They told you that too, didn't they?
They told me, so it was pretty aggressive and I had to have operation like right away. And so I was extremely afraid. I was terrified.
Yeah.
That so much so that when they first told me, I didn't say nothing. I didn't talk about it. I didn't share, only with my household family and my parents, right? You know, just like 5 individuals. I didn't even speak to my church. And I had hid for a while, you know, from the world, and I had went into, you know, a pretty dark space, because when you hear those words, right, cancer, and the way that I end up finding out about it, hearing about it, I was alone, I was by myself, thinking I'm going to a regular, you know, checkup, and to find out that this is what was going on after being told before that it wasn't nothing happening, it put me in a really, you know, depressing state, right? And
as it would anyone.
Yes, any human being, right? And I had to, my friend, my best friend, yes, my best friend, shout out to Angela Denise Wilson, had called me one day, and I was like, I was so deep in this dark space, right? Where, my family or individual would be talking to me, and it would be like Charlie Brown. I couldn't even hear something. I was like so far gone, at this place where I was like losing my mind. That's how I felt, And my friend, she called me one day, and she like, Tommi, Tommi. And I heard her, her voice, and it like woke me up instantly. And she's like, come on, let's go somewhere, and she took me somewhere for her birthday. And it just helped me to believe that I was going to be okay. So just a little teeny bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'm talking about, it was just a little bit.
What they say, faith, the grain size of a mustard seed. Come on now.
Maybe a half a seed.
Half a mustard seed.
It probably was a quarter of a seed.
Right. A speck.
It was so small, and my sister took me out, and going through that process, now when I look back, right, and I can think, because I still grieve through it even now to this day.
Yes, sir.
I had my strength came from God.
Amen.
My strength came from God, because I went in and I had the first operation, and I was scared to death. I said I didn't tell nobody. Only my immediate family knew. 5 people knew. Immediate mom, dad, fiance, my daughter, and my best friend. That was it. They were the only people that knew. And I go in, I have the operation, and both of my lungs collapsed. And I had to be resuscitated. So here I am, not even knowing this happened. I wake up 2 days later, after I went into the hospital on Thursday morning, 6 a.m. in the morning to have this operation, to waking up on Saturday afternoon to finding out that it did not work. So my strength came from that very moment. At that very second that I had opened my eyes, and my fiance had said to me that it didn't work. And I'm looking at him like, what you talking about? And he said, they had to resuscitate you. Every doubt that I had ever had in my mind of whether or not God was real was wiped away. Yes. Every single doubt was wiped away. I knew, oh my God, praise God, that God was real and able. And that's where my strength came from. My strength came from believing. My faith at that moment was put to the test, and shook up and flipped up. I'm gonna say smacked up, flipped, rubbed down, and I was like, woke. Okay.
Talk about woke. So
I was wide awake, and I knew that I had to, as well, that I had a calling on my life, and that I had to follow through with it, and I could not sit back and ponder, on whether or not this is what I was supposed to be doing, that this is my purpose, in life. So I got in the trenches even deeper.
So fast forward, here you are now, Fearless Queens, you empower women. So what do you actually do? What are some of the things that you're up to doing? So you got the grant from the Central New York Community Foundation. How are you using it? What are you using it to do? And how can people find out about how they can connect with you and be part of the movement, become part of the Fearless Queen, with a Fearless Queen that was reborn right before our very eyes. Like I said, she's overcome. Tommi Billingsley was just telling us about how she overcame, hear this, pancreatic cancer. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that, because that is a miracle. Praise God, right? Because that is something to be thankful for. So tell me about what you moving now. What are you doing for the sisters?
So prior to the pandemic, we would host workshops and power-ups, and then we would have our once a year annual Queen's Brunch. And at our workshops are always focused on our professional development. So these would be trainings, whether it is in business or getting your credit together, things as learning how to market your business, getting to sales, business, personal branding. Oh my God, so many different things we have done over the time. Leadership trainings, things like that, how to network. Then we would have what we call power-ups. And our power-ups are more of the opportunity where it's focused like on the personal. When we were talking, have these conversations on self-care, and we would talk about some of the, the different adversities that Black and Brown women deal with, being moms, being sisters, being wives, coming together, being leaders in our community, just having that support. So now fast forward to, post-pandemic, now we're doing a lot of things virtually. So some of the things that we have going on now is I host a Talk About It Tuesday on my Instagram platform. It's a live podcast, and I have different guests that comes on, and we have different topics each month. And these are pretty much our trainings. We still are hosting the personal and professional trainings, but now we're just doing it in a different way, right? We had to pivot, and not only are we doing that, we have a community on Facebook where women, we have two different communities. We have a community where women are coming together to network. That's the Fearless Queens community. But then we also have a mentoringship coaching program, which is Queens Level Up. And that is what I received the funding from the Black Excellence Grant for. And that is for young women in between the ages of 25 to 35 years of age that are able to receive the coaching on mindset, coaching on, strategies on building your business, lifestyle strategies, having the accountability, building their confidence, being able to set realistic, smart goals so that they can accomplish and achieve, whatever it is that they set forth out of life. So we are really teaching women from the foundation, building from the root. I believe in that if you don't have a solid foundation, then it's going to be extremely hard for you to be able to be successful in any area of your life, whether it is your career or it's your home life as a wife or mom, or it is your business. So we kind of focus on the holistic woman. And we host now inside of not only on our Talk About It Tuesday, we host inside of our Queens Level Up program. We have an expert that comes in once a month that teaches on different topics based off of the needs of the women that we have inside of the community. So we know what these women need, we know what they want, what they're looking for to taking their lives to the next level. And that's what we do. And most of the things that we have going on now in our community for the month of May is mindfulness. We're doing a lot of practicing mindfulness and getting our mind right. So we host Sunday mindful meditations. We have a wellness check-in chat with our sister, Akila Freeman from Blend Theory. So we got kind of, quite a bit of things going on out there, but a lot of these things are, again, it's a part of the sisterhood, and it's not just me that's doing these things. We are connecting with women in the community that are goal-driven, high-achieving women that are coming through without a title or anything like that. They don't have to, but if they are an expert, in a particular area, they're coming through and they are hosting and teaching and putting on and bringing, bringing their flavor and their stories to the table so that we can all, know that we have the support here in our community.
All right. So how do people level up and find out and get connected to you? How do they get together with you?
So So right now, the easiest way for people to connect with me is to join our Facebook community, which is called the Fearless Queens on Facebook. That is the hub, the heart of everything that we do. You're going to find all the things there. You'll find out about our website. You will even learn about the Queens Level Up program, which is enrollment is closed for Queens Level Up at this time, but enrollment will open back up in July. We go by the quarter because we want to allow the women to, have the opportunity to be on track together and, receive the specific accountability that they need. So they can connect with us there. They can also connect with us on Instagram at _ Fearless Queens. Our website is www.fearlessqueens.com. Okay. But those are some of the different ways that they can connect. And they can always follow my personal page. I'm Tommi Billingsley on Facebook, and they can DM me, inbox me. I'm not going to say that they can call me right now, but
but we get, well, listen, Tommi, good luck to you. Continue to do the great work. And Tommi Billingsley, one of the Black Equity and Excellence Fund recipients from the Central New York Community Foundation, Black Excellence and Equity. Tommi, you're doing that thing, and we probably need to meet your prayer team, because they them folks they some bad folks over there. They got you. A survivor, but we appreciate you, and keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Inspiration for the nation.